Would you believe that this beautiful thing that you have in your hand called a smartphone, it nearly didn't make it. It nearly did not make it.
This thing that, let's be honest, changed the world.
Cell phones came out in South Africa around about 1994, 1995. The bricks, you know? Those bricks could just make a phone call initially. Then it was, you can actually send a text message. And that was, whoa, that was a game changer.
Huge.
That was all it did.
And then you could play Snake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
And-
endless hours of fun.
And then what happened was the market stalled. And it was like, okay, now the sales of phones are regressing rapidly. They're like, we don't know, it's not catching on. It's they were expensive at the time, right? And they didn't know what to do. So they invented this one feature to give it a new life. But it wasn't very well received globally. And they thought this was going to be the death nail. So listen to this report that I'm going to play for you from the BBC announcing all of this and how comical it sounds now. Look, hindsight is a perfect science, right?
Absolutely.
But they didn't know what they knew at the time. Have a listen to this.
Now, the craze for sending text messages shows no sign of abating. In fact, last month, people in Britain sent over 1 billion of them. But now, a new generation of phones is about to hit the streets.
It's 2001.
And these handsets can send not only text, but take and send pictures as well.
Next year, phones with cameras built in will arrive in the shops. The idea is that wherever you are, at Buckingham Palace or on the bus home, you can send your friends or family a photo with a message attached. Sending a picture will cost 2 or 3 times as much as an ordinary text message. Not everyone's convinced it's the next big thing.
Oh, that's history, hey? That is history.
How is that? Well, we're not sure if it's going to take off. That was 2001.
Wow.
6 years into the cell phone world.
I think that was also around about the time I got my first cell phone, around grade 7.
And let me tell you,
And I never looked back.
2001 was not long ago.
It wasn't.
No.
It was not.
It wasn't long at all. You see the guy that supposedly invented the please call me?
Oh, yes.
Have you seen where that case has gone?
Yeah,
Is-
29 billion, eh? That's what they say he's getting.
Yeah, Vodacom has been ordered to pay. So this guy sits there at Vodacom, comes up with an idea.
Yeah.
You know, let's do a new feature called like a please call me. You know how that works. And then apparently he never got paid
Wasn't compensated. It was promised compensation.
Yeah.
and never got it.
At least he didn't give up. You know, they not very long ago they offered him something like 47 million, and I was like, take it and run.
I would have taken it.
Honestly.
have
And my
taken it.
husband was like, I hope he doesn't take it. And literally, like a few days later, 29 billion. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
glad he didn't take it.
The High Court announced that Vodacom has to pay 29 billion. So, I mean, they put it in a certain time frame where these please call me's generated 250 billion rand. So
Yeah.
he deserves his slice.
Yeah.
Now, how did a please call me work? If you sent me a please call me, did I get charged? I mean, I know I had to make the phone call, but who pays for that
I don't
message being
know.
sent?
So back then, there was a bit of a charge, but not anymore.
But the charge was on
On the person
The
that
receiver.
you're sending it to, yeah.
right.
Yeah, there was a minimal fee, but you wouldn't like pick it up, man.
Yeah, but it was 250 billion they made from all those little texts.
Exactly.
True.
Because people were very smart, or at least my friends were very smart. You'd send the please call and you said, please call, I'm outside. Because there was a feature where you could kind of
Add.
edit
Yeah.
the please call me, but just a little bit. They gave you just like a few characters, and people used that as like an SMS.
Yes.
But you know,
very
before
clever.
when please call me's came about, and I didn't know that it was a thing, and I used to get sent them. I used to write back, "If you call me," but those messages never landed on that person's phone. I was like, "Well, the audacity! You want to talk to me? I must call you? Forget about it."
But I mean, back then you paid for everything. You paid to make calls. You paid to receive calls. They charged you for every single thing.
You paid a rand 50 for an SMS or something.
Yeah.
No, guys, we in the wrong industry. I mean, in insurance and telecommunications, you've made it.
Yeah.
Just got a couple messages here.
In 2003, my friend had the first one of the whole group that can send photos. And all I can remember is he always said, I'm going to send you a MMS. But my phone that I had from my dad was a 3310, Nokia 3310. And
Great
yeah,
phone.
well, that couldn't take MMSs.
I remember those days. And then when Mixit was still invented, then it was please call Mixit. So that you could go online, so that you could chat to each other on Mixit.
Oh,
Yeah.
life was simple then.
Was a time, eh? Was a time.
KFM morning.